All right, so today we're going to be looking at exponents. Okay, so if you look at an exponent, it has a really big number here, and this number here is called your base. Okay, your base is your number being multiplied. Okay, this little bitty number kind of tells, so it's kind of like the little guy tells the big guy what to do. This is how many times the number is being multiplied. So we are multiplying the base, and the little number is called the exponent. And again, this is how many times you're going to multiply the base. So remember, the little guy is telling the big guy what to do. So we have a base of 3, the number being multiplied, and we're going to multiply 3 4 times. So we're going to write 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And now we're going to answer. Now don't just assume because we wrote 3 out 4 times that the answer is 12. That is wrong. We have to be sure to multiply. So here we have 3 times 3, which is 9. And we have 3 times 3 again, which is also 9. And then 9 times 9 would be 81. See how that little guy, it's to the power of. So just because he's little, don't insult him. He's got lots of power, okay? It's not just a 4. It means that you're going to multiply 3 out 4 times, which means you're going to get a much bigger number. So just be careful with that, okay? Okay, here we also have some special powers. We have 3 with the little guy 2. This little guy here, we call 2 squared. So you could call this 3 to the second power, or you'll hear it referred to as 3 squared. Okay? Also here, this little guy 3, you could say 3 to the third power, or you could say 3 cubed. Okay? So we're going to use these exponents, or we're going to use exponents to write an expression. So the number we see is the number being multiplied, right? So here we see the number 4. So 4 is going to be our big number. What we see is going to be our big number, right? Now our little number is going to be how many times we see it. We see 4 being multiplied 1, 2, 3 times. So we're going to write 4 cubed as our answer, or 4 to the third power. Here we see 6. So what we see is what we're going to write really big. How many times do we see 6? Well, we only see 6 one time, so we're going to put an exponent of 1. Okay? Here, same thing with fractions. What we see is 1/8. So 1/8 is going to be our base, our number that's being multiplied, right? How many times do we see 1/8? We see 1/8 twice, so this would be 1/8 squared, or 1/8 to the second power, okay? Here we have the number that we see is 5, so we want to be sure the number that we see is our big number, right? And then let's count how many times it's being multiplied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to put an exponent of 6 since 5 is being multiplied out 6 times. Okay? Now we're going to actually simplify each exponent. So we're going to multiply it out and solve it. So here I see 7 squared. So that means I am multiplying the number 7, and the exponent tells me how many times. So we're going to do 7 times 7. And 7 times 7 would simply be 49. So 7 squared is 49. Okay, let's go ahead and let's look at the next one here. I have a base of 2, and the exponent is telling me to multiply 2 4 times. So I'm going to go 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? go ahead and let's work that out. Remember, I'm going to take it 2 numbers at a time. So I know that 2 times 2 is 4. And then 2 times 2 is also 4. So now I have 4 times 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. So be careful. 2 to the 4th power is not 8. Remember, this exponent is the power of. We're not treating it like regular numbers. So this would be 16. 2 to the 4th power is 16. Let's go ahead and look at this last one here. We have 8 to the 3rd power, or 8 cubed. So I would write 8 times 8 times 8. Okay? And here I know 8 times 8 is 64. And now I have 64 times 8 is 512. Okay, so see how that's way bigger than 24? Make sure you're following the steps and getting your exponents right.